Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another British Travel Awards special broadcast with our partners at British Travel Awards. And I'm delighted this afternoon to have Louisa from P&O Ferries, who is going to answer all my questions without any hesitation. She's going to answer them precisely, concisely, everything she's going to do to make this video good. Good afternoon, Louisa.
Good afternoon, and I'm delighted to be here. You've just added a lot of pressure to my answers.
No, I'm sure there's not. Louisa, perhaps you can give me a little update on P&O Ferries. I think most people thought that cross-channel ferries and ferries would sort of gradually phase out because of the Channel Tunnel and everything, but it appears that they're busier than ever.
Absolutely. I mean, I think in many ways, COVID has helped accelerate some of the move of customers towards really valuing an experience and not just seeing the mode of transport as a way to get on holiday, but as part of the holiday. And the experience on board ferries is second to none. And particularly with the new ferries that are joining our fleet this year, it really is a step up from the memory many people will have of ferries from their childhood.
Yeah, it's interesting because when my children were young, we used to go across to France all the time and use P&O ferries, of course.
Yeah.
And they have very, very fond memories, and that's some time ago, I can assure you. So tell me, what would a day, not a day trip, but say I was going from here to say Cherbourg from Portsmouth, what would that entail?
Well, the routes that we operate are Dover, Calais, which is a crossing of about an hour and a half. We've got Hull to Europort near Rotterdam, which is an overnight crossing. We've got Larne, Cairn, Ryan, which is a couple of hours, and we've got Liverpool, Dublin. So it's all very, very different. On Dover, Calais, which is our biggest route, we have just introduced the first of two new ferries that went into service in mid-June. And it's a really exciting step forward. The customer experience is really the focus of all the design of that ferry. And when you get on board, it is out of this world. It's also a hybrid ferry. And so that means it part runs on battery power, which saves us 40% in terms of fuel and emissions. And it really is the ferry of the future.
It's interesting with the Dover-Calais route. I remember, again, with my children getting over there and the excitement of thinking they're going on holiday, they're going across to France. And I think it's the fact that within a very short period of time, you can be in a completely different culture. France, different food, different language, different customs, etc. And I assume that's part of the appeal, not because one could easily fly, but to take some of your own gear in the back of the car to get over there and then be mobile once you're there.
Absolutely, you can pack as much as you can get into your car, as you've said. Once you're on board, and it varies on each of our ferries, but there are a whole different range of food and beverage and entertainment offers. You're not tied to one spot. You can walk around, you can be indoors, you can be outdoors. There is something for absolutely everyone.
Lovely. Now, on your other routes, does the sort of post-COVID feel add to the popularity that people want to be out? They want to be almost free, if you like, of incumbents. I don't know if that's such a word as incumbents, but it sounds good. That people want to be able to be free once they get to the destination. They want to be, as I mentioned before, mobile, but they want to be outdoors. They want to see things.
I think there's a bit of that. There's a bit about just the whole experience and it being valuable time in your holiday where your holiday's already started. And I think it's made people think a bit differently about travel.
Yeah. It's for me, whenever I go on a ferry, it's always an interesting experience. And as you say, over the years, they've improved dramatically. And there's all sorts of facilities. The food has improved, the service has improved. And of course, now you feel as if you're making a nod to the environment as well with these battery-powered ships that are cutting down fuel and cutting down any harm that we're doing to the environment.
I think one other thing that has probably still passed quite a lot of travellers by is the fact that duty free has returned. That came back, you know, in the depths of COVID when no one was really travelling or that interested. But that is back with a vengeance and some great offers on board. And again, because your car's there, people can buy, you know, up to their legal limits, obviously, but aren't restricted by trying to squash it into a small bit of hand luggage.
So the sort of day return booze cruise is back, is it?
Potentially.
Excellent. Now let's just turn quickly to the British Travel Awards. You obviously put great store by them. Why is that?
Absolutely. I mean, we've been supporting them, as you know, right from the start. And I think for me, having been in the travel industry a long time, I've come across various different awards, but the ones that really strike me as the most precious are those that are voted for by the customers, by the people who are actually traveling. And that then really means a huge amount to be part of that process, and particularly for anyone who's lucky enough to be a winner.
Yeah, that seems to be a consistent thread through all of the support from BTA, is that it's actually not judged, it's voted for, and that really makes a big difference. So it's the people that are used to your service, used to your pricing, used to the new ships, etc. That's the key.
It's the people who really matter. It's the customers.
Yeah, as opposed to your, I mean, you don't want people who are your fellow travel industry people to feel ill of you, but their judgment is not the one that counts. It's the people that actually pay for your ferries to keep afloat.
Absolutely.
Good. Louisa, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in November, when hopefully you'll be going up on stage and picking up one of these pots.
Fingers crossed.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.